Hey y'all, let's make my favorite pancakes. And surprise, they're not sourdough. All right, we're gonna start my favorite pancake recipe with 1.5 cups of unbleached flour. I make this at least every other week for the kids. They take this to school in these little containers. So it makes a great to-go breakfast, and then sometimes we just have this for Saturday morning pancakes. But they save really well in the refrigerator, so I make them up ahead of time a lot of time. Okay, to this we're gonna add 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder. We're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of sugar, and that is kind of a lot for a pancake recipe, but most of the time the kids are eating this without any syrup on top, so I like that they're a little bit sweet. It makes it so that they can eat it without having anything sticky all over it. So if you want them to not be sweet at all, you can completely leave the sugar out if you don't want them to be sweet. Okay, to this I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 egg, and then we're gonna do 1.5 cups of cold milk. I'm using whole milk today, but you could probably do this with a skim milk if that's what you have. We're gonna whisk this together. Try to get all the lumps out. You don't want it to get all lumpy in one spot. And these do thicken up after a few minutes, so they get kind of fluffy. Okay. All right, our batter is ready, so we're gonna go over to the skillet and get these cooking. Okay, I have our skillet warming up. I'm gonna use a small cookie scoop to do our pancakes because I want them to fit in these small to-go containers and kind of be about the same size as these little sausages that I'm gonna make up to put for the kids a breakfast to go. But I will make a few that are a little bit bigger to eat now. So we're gonna start with our skillet warmed up, and I usually coat this in some butter. And then I do have a drying rack right here. That way I can let them cool off before we put them in the container. You can see how this kind of fluffed up a little bit. We're just gonna do these 1 scoop at a time for our little mini pancakes. So you'll be able to tell when they're ready to flip. They're gonna get all little bubbles on top, and you'll see them kind of start to rise to the surface, and that means that they're gonna be ready to flip. So we're gonna let these cook for just a little bit. Okay, so you can see these little bubbles right here. I am gonna turn our pan down just a little bit because now that it's warm, it's gonna get too hot. So we're just gonna go through and flip these one at a time. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn our pan down just a little bit, and then these are all gonna come off. Okay, the last set I am gonna make a little bit bigger. I usually use either a 1/4 cup measuring cup or an ice cream cookie scoop, which is what I'm gonna use today. And actually by a couple, I think I quite literally meant to, because I think that's all we're gonna get. Maybe 3. 1 more. Okay, so we'll let these cook. While those are finishing, I'm gonna go ahead and start my sausage. Okay, these I'm gonna go ahead and put on a plate because these are gonna be for today. And then my mini pancakes, I'm gonna let these finish cooling off so that I can package them up. So I'll show you guys how I package these. Okay, I have everything together now, and this is how I'm gonna package up my tiny little to-go containers. The kids bring these to school for either a snack or for breakfast on their way out the door, since they have to leave so early. So I usually put 3 little pancakes in this side, 1 sausage, and then a few berries. And this is their little to-go plate, and I'm gonna make up 5 of these. We'll put them in the fridge and they can eat them this week for school. I hope you guys love this recipe. This is my absolute favorite pancake recipe of all time, and the kids really love it, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. Y'all have a great day.